Vehicle Licensing Authority has announced that it will stop issuing aluminium number plates at the Tema and Takoradi ports from August 1, 2025, and will instead issue digital sticker drive from port numbers for all imported vehicles in a move to enhance service efficiency and security. This follows a successful pilot program at the two ports, which tested the effectiveness and reliability of the sticker-based system. Now, according to the DVLA, the transition is aimed at streamlining vehicle registration processes at Ghana's entry points while reducing fraud and improving traceability. Now, Stephen Echia is the Director Corporate Affairs for the DVLA, and he has joined us on phone for a conversation. Good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good afternoon. And a good afternoon to your viewers and listeners. But the name is Stephen Atu, not Ichia, please. Right,
my apologies. Now, first of all, what prompted the DVLA to switch from aluminium plates to digital sticker drive?
All right, thank you very much. I think, like you rightly stated in the letter or in the release we put out, somewhere in May this year, we undertook an exercise of piloting with the sticker DP plates. You know that as a requirement, when you bring a vehicle into the country, you are supposed to move it from the port onto, if you're a dealer, you may send it to your garage, and then eventually it ends up with a buyer who is required to register the vehicle. Now, as a requirement, you cannot take a vehicle out from the port without the vehicle having an identification that that vehicle has entered our jurisdiction as a country. And so the DP, which simply stands for drive from port, is a plate that we use to issue to a vehicle that has come into the country, at least to give it an identification. And then it allows the system to be able to trace who has brought in the vehicle. And then if anything happens, so we can be able to trace. What we've come to notice was to the effect that over time, any vehicle that comes, in fact, let me just state the point that every vehicle is supposed to be given a DP, a unique DP number. But then what happened is that we noticed that people import vehicles into the country, and when they go to the port to clear them, they could use one DP plate, aluminium plate, to clear multiple vehicles. This automatically results in revenue loss to the government. And so in order to deal with that, we need to find a mechanism that allows a single vehicle to have a unique number that cannot be transferred for the purposes of moving multiple vehicles out of the port. So we came up with this technology, the use of a DP plate, where the DP sticker to replace the plate, which makes it difficult for one to move it from one vehicle to the other. Any attempt to move it would deface it, so automatically it doesn't become easier for you to move it. Aside that, let's also emphasize the fact that it is important for the public to notice that a DP number that is given to a vehicle is only operational for 14 days. After 14 days, it expires, and you're expected to have acquired a DV plate or to register that vehicle for the purposes of using it on our roads. So the release seeks to alert the public to know that from the beginning of August, which is just a couple of days away, you will no longer have at the port, if you bring in a vehicle, a plate as in an aluminium plate, but you'll be given a sticker. In fact, I'm sure some of our viewers and listeners may have witnessed some stickers placed on vehicles that were coming out of the port over the past month. But effective from August, we're no longer going to see aluminium plates, but the vehicles that will be moved out of the port would come with a sticker. And we want to emphasize again that these are only effective for 14 days. What is unique with this initiative we have taken is that for every vehicle, in fact, the law requires that every vehicle that you move onto the road should be insured, if for nothing at all, for a third-party insurance, such that if anything occurs to any other party other than the person who is moving the vehicle, the person is covered. We are partnering with a state insurance company, that's SIC, to ensure that immediately you bring in a vehicle and the driver and vehicle licensing authority grants you the DP sticker, the vehicle gets an insurance cover that lasts for the 14 days period, at least to cover you, the person who will be moving the vehicle out of the port, and any other person, a third party, against whom any accident may be occasioned. So that is the purpose for the release we put out as of yesterday. And we expect that the general public would bear with us and cooperate with us so that we see to a smooth implementation to be able to streamline our activities and to make our services seamless to our clients as well.
Right. So, will this initiative extend beyond Tema and Takoradi ports?
So, at the ports of entry, in fact, we have just Tema and Takoradi ports, which are the ports of entry. If in the future we get additional ports that allows for entry, for instance, the Keta port that allows for entry of vehicles into the country, why not? The Driver and Vehicle License Authority will be available, will be there. And again, let me emphasize that these port services are provided for 24 hours or on 24-hour basis. And so if you bring a car at 2 a.m. and you want to clear it at that time, so long as customs is there to clear you, DVLA is equally there to make sure that you have access to a DP sticker. And the state insurance company, we got assurance from them. They're also going to be there to ensure they work hand in hand with their Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority to provide 24-hour service.
And are there any specific security measures or security features embedded in the digital sticker drive to prevent any form of tampering?
Yeah, in fact, as soon as they are embossed on your vehicle, that's why I indicated that, in fact, the original idea of using the aluminum plate was to ensure that one vehicle is attached with an aluminum DP plate for the purposes of identification of that vehicle. This very sticker identifies that particular vehicle for which this clearance has been given to go off the port with a DP, and the security features that enables the authority and even the law enforcement agencies, because we work in collaboration with them. For instance, the Ghana Police Service, the MTTD department of the Ghana Police Service, they can easily detect whether this is an original sticker that is coming from DVLA or something that someone else has done elsewhere to enable us arrest and deal with miscreants and individuals who may want to leverage on this for their criminal purposes.